What's up, everybody? Friday morning, and at it once again here at the gym. 5:17 again. Got here a little late. Once again, kind of slept through the alarm, so it's okay though. Was able to get some good rest last night and get my recovery up way better than it's been all week. Just because I haven't been feeling well, kind of still hear this cold in me and my head and all that crap, but. Finally getting on the other side of it. Got some good rest last night, so feeling good for today's workout. Going to pump back and biceps today, and then see what we can do. Looking forward to today's exercise, today's workout. A lot of the things, one of the things that's kind of frustrating, you look in the mirror, I don't see a lot of changes. Like, it's weird because my weight jumped up like 8 or 10 pounds real quick when I upped my caloric intake. And then it's just kind of leveled off for the past week. I think partly is I just did not have an appetite the first 3 days of the week just because I wasn't feeling well. I was forcing myself to eat as much as I could. I wasn't quite getting to my 3,500 a day that I was going for. So that might be part of the issue, that I'm just not seeing any muscular gains. It could be the transition of muscle growth, fat loss, and I think some of that might be happening. It could be just kind of I'm at a level spot this week just because I wasn't feeling well. So, it gets frustrating. You want to see like progress. So I was thinking last night, man, it takes a long time to put muscle on, but it takes even longer if I don't go to the gym today, if that makes sense to you. Like, every day counts in the building block of adding muscle to the body and overall physique. So, it's like every day you pick up a piece of one of the Legos and you stack it on the whatever you're building, kind of builds on each other each day. And so, you got to get here and got to keep at it. So part of the idea of discipline that I'm building into my life, I'm going to be here. I said last night I'm going this morning, so I'm going this morning. And that's just the part of discipline. I'm not motivated every day to be here. Once I walk through the door, like with discipline, motivation kicks in a lot of times, just because I get excited in a gym environment. I get excited when there's the clanging of free weights around. I get excited with the bars. I get excited, when it's chest day for sure, bicep day, all those kinds of things. So it's just like, if you can get yourself in the door, out of your house and in the door, then you're going to see a lot of good things happen. And that's kind of what the track I'm on right now. Like, keep at it. It's only been a couple of months. I've only been working out for this year, and I skipped 2 months over the summer. And so I've only been back at it really consistently for a month and a half, 2 months now. So, what do I expect? Like a miracle to happen? No. You have to keep adding the blocks in, keep getting here, keep putting the work in. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get in here and put the work in for today. Back, biceps. I'll get some of it on video. You can check out the workout with me. Other than that, I'll see you inside. Start with some bent over rows here in a minute, but I've been warming up with these rubber bands, doing some pull movements, and I've always had a lot of back pain between my shoulder blades. And I've noticed that doing this movement over the past couple months has really helped with strength, but has really eliminated my back pain in my between my shoulder blades and the spine area. So we keep doing this as a warm-up, and I'm sure it does add some strength to what I'm doing here a little bit. Getting a good start there with the back. I'm consistently tracking my workouts right now in my Whoop app. Depends on who you talk to. Some guys say it's not important, and maybe later on when I see some changes that I'll just develop a routine that I do and just kind of keep track of by failure each week, or when I reach failure on each muscle group. But for now, I'm keeping track of my workouts in here just to make sure I'm making some type of progress. We'll start with bent over rows with the barbell. There we go. This is a lightweight just to get warmed up. One of the frustrating things I've been learning is that I've been adding weight, trying to lift as heavy as I can, and in that I've been losing some ability to maintain form. So I want to back off the max weight as much as I can and just make sure I'm getting the form down and squeeze. No, I'm not in here as a power lifter trying to move the most weight possible. I'm here trying to get the reps into failure to build mass. Now, obviously with mass, the ability to move more weight will come, but first and foremost for me, being pretty new back in the gym again, I just want to make sure I'm getting those reps right. Function, work on elbow movement, the plane of where my arms are, and the stability of my low back, my knees, the core, stabilizing the core as I work through this. So these are all things I'm thinking about and working on as I try to build on gaining muscle mass. Eventually I do want to be able to push around heavy weight, the heaviest weight possible, to muscle failure on each movement. But right now, it might be lower weight, higher reps to failure, and added in with some, a little bit heavier stuff. But just want to do form first. That's one thing about videoing. I can go back and watch it because it's hard to tell if no one's in here with me. Tuck your elbows or pull your elbows out. It's hard to see that. But when I watch video, I can see, okay, good form there. That's how you want to do it. But also the feeling, especially on this back squeeze with the bar pull-ups, I can feel that squeeze in my upper back when I'm pulling that together. So obviously that tells me I've got pretty good movement, pretty good form. My elbows are flowing in the right path to get that full squeeze at the top. So, those are all things I'm thinking through and working on as I try to, develop this fat old man body into something worth looking at, right? I'm gonna rack some more weight on here, and then I'll probably finish up the sets with the barbell, and then I'll come back with the dumbbell rows in just a minute. Today is just a pull day for the back. Haven't done any pull ups, so we're gonna pull. I guess this will be pulling too, but as far as this movement, pulling weight with the back this way, no pull-ups or no lat pull-downs. I don't have a pull-down machine, and I ran off and forgot my assist bands that I'm using to get stronger on my pull-up. I also forgot my wrist straps. I like using straps on back day. I think it really removes the bicep and forearm and just allows you to fully squeeze the back. So I'm working naked today on that, but that's okay. Never hurts to build some forearm strength. So got some good reps in with the barbell bent over rows. Some people call them pin lay rows, I believe, but I'm gonna finish it off here with dumbbell rows and then move right into biceps. I'm gonna hit calves once again today, and then that'll be it for me. So let's get these going on the 50s here. Just looking for a good squeeze on this movement. I've gone back and forth on this. Some say the full range, let it stretch out and then pull. I really feel this back movement more when I don't squeeze out. I feel like I'm using more arm to throw that weight up than when I just kind of pause halfway. So I go back and forth between the full stretch and then the partial move on it, just because of how it feels in my back. I really feel like when I just partially lower that, it keeps tension on the back for longer. Excuse me. Then when I go down and try to get that stretch, I know it's important to stretch, but I'm looking for time under tension for that muscle. And I just really feel that when I almost partially work it. So anyways, like I say all the time, it's personal science. You gotta navigate it the best you can, figure out what works best for you, and then go that direction. And I'm always adjusting. I'm not afraid to make changes from week to week just to see how it feels and what kind of impact it has overall on my body. So I got 3 more sets here. Then I'm gonna go hit biceps. So I'll work through this and come back at you here in just a minute. Okay, finished up back. Did barbell rows, dumbbell rows. The last set I did the full stretch, and I changed my mind. I do like that full stretch a little bit better when I'm working through that way. I already did a set of heavy dumbbell curls close to the body, and I'm gonna finish off with 15s on the incline and just rep those out as many as I can. I've been doing this for about 3 weeks now. Seen some amazing growth in my bicep as far as size, and so I'm just gonna keep pushing them forward. If you try it, the pump is amazing in your biceps. Just rep the 15s out until you can't go anymore. That was 25. I got 2 more sets, so I'll save some for the last 2 sets and do some partials on there. But I figure eventually I'll be able to jump up to 20s and then 25s and just rep them out like this. But the stretch through the bicep and then the squeeze is amazing. Get that good pump where you can't touch your shoulders because your biceps are filling up. So it's good. Obviously, for most people, I think biceps are one of the most worked and easiest to work, most visually stimulating and appealing because you start to get that wide arm look. So I can get a good pump in biceps pretty quick and get on with it. So anyways, I'm going to finish up 2 more sets here on these biceps, these dumbbell curls to failure, and then I'm gonna hit the truck, go get some breakfast, and head to work. Got that one done. I'm back at the house now, fixing to go in and get some carbohydrates and some protein in my body before I head to work. And back workout went good. I wound up going to the rubber band, hooking it over the bar there in the gym and doing some lat pull downs. Got a good squeeze out of that. So I know my back is weak, tremendously weak. It's one of those workouts I've avoided just because it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. I don't have a huge lat spread or anything like that. So it's not something I see all the time, and I just kind of neglected that. So really working hard on developing back strength, even though it's at a basic level, just pulling those rubber band straps down 20, 25 times and just squeezing the lats together. Felt a lot of good squeeze in that, good pump there. And so it's a start. I got to work from there, work with the tools that I have and keep moving forward. And that's all I can do. I was thinking while I was in there, I've said in earlier videos, like, excuse me, 20 years ago, I was in the gym all the time. I worked at a Gold's Gym and, was starting to put on some good muscle mass, and then got married, had kids, and kind of stepped out of it for 20 years. And I always had this long running joke where when I looked down, if my belly stuck out past my chest, that's when I would start working out again. And I was at that point. I still am, but I've noticed today, I was in the mirror sideways, that I'm getting some good development on the chest from top to bottom, which is now going to overtake the belly sticking out. And then when I go into a cut phase in next spring, I'm trying to decide late winter, next spring, of course, I'll lose that spare tire that I'm carrying with me, and that'll get me back looking more appealing, or looking like I want to look as far as muscular look and then the fat content that I'm carrying. Funny story, my wife was asking me the other day, she's like embarrassed that I even put anything on the internet at all, which I don't care what people think. It doesn't matter to me. I'm a fat guy right now. I'm trying to get in shape, so join me on the journey or don't. It doesn't matter. But she's like, you're not putting pictures with no shirt on, are you? And I started laughing. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that to anyone yet. And her implication was like, I don't know if anybody's going to want to look at you right now, which I get. I understand. I look in the mirror every morning, and it's like this love-hate. I love where I'm going, but I hate where I am. And just got to keep working at it. So, no shirtless pics for a while, maybe after December, come January in the middle of winter. I'll still be in this bulking phase, just trying to put on as much muscle mass as I can, and then go into a cut phase come late winter, early spring, and just cut the fat down and kind of see where I'm at. And then, of course, you go back through the cycle of bulking up and cutting down. Eventually I'll get to a place where I'll have enough muscle mass that when I get into a cut phase, that I won't say easier, it'll maybe go a little quicker or be more efficient, because I'll have that muscle mass that's there fueling that burning of the fat on my body. But right now I just need to get as much mass. Legs, they're an emphasis for me, building good quads, good hams, good calves, back muscles, of course, chest. It's an overall thing, but I really want to focus on my back and my legs, just because they're way underdeveloped and way behind. So maybe late December, early January, I'll do some side-by-sides of where I was back in August to where I am then. But, don't get too excited about it. It'll be later on in January, February before, I reveal what's underneath all this clothing. And I'm making jokes there because it's not something that I'm necessarily comfortable with or look forward to doing up front until I kind of chip away at this big mass and kind of chisel it down some more. So it's always the goal. It's what I'm always working for, just getting more developed muscular wise. Like I said earlier, in the gym, I'm not necessarily looking to throw around the most weight. I'm looking to develop muscle mass. And I know those things kind of go hand in hand somewhat, but not always. So I know there's some things that I can do to further develop muscle mass that don't necessarily develop strength as far as pushing weight around. I'm not trying to be a power lifter. That's not my goal. It's not what I want to do. And so just working in that direction to keep adding mass to the body overall. And so I think my strategy is working pretty well right now. Always fine tuning it. 3,500 calories a day, 3 days on, doing 2 body parts a day, 1 day off, 3 days on, 1 day off. Probably around the new year, I'm going to take just about 4 or 5 days of rest just to kind of reset the body and allow some full recovery, get some good sleep in and all those kinds of things. But between now and then, I'm pushing hard and trying to get swole up, put that mass on. So once again, stay disciplined, stay consistent. Those are the things that I can tell you. If you're in the same boat as me, you will see progress, not day 1, day 2, but day 30, day 40, day 60, day 90. That's when you're going to start seeing the things happen. But day 1 and day 2 count, and day 10 counts, and day 20 counts. So just make sure you're putting in the work. I'll be here working. Start a conversation with me in the comments. We can talk about some stuff. As long as you play nice, I'll play nice. So I just want to be encouraging to whoever takes the time to watch me go through a routine every day. Other than that, I hope you have a great Friday. The weekend's coming up. Tomorrow I'll hit legs and shoulders, and looking forward to that. Just got to get some recovery going on today as I continue to get over this sickness. Like I said, have a great Friday. See you tomorrow.